Hey guys, we're going into the finals of a Shadows over Innistrad draft. We are 2-0, although admittedly our second win was not a very impressive one. This is actually a pretty good hand. We only have 2 lands, but we do have our ongoing investigation, removal, and dudes. Those are all things that I think I like. Yeah, our second win, our opponent played rather poorly in the early going, seeming to miss. He was probably getting called away for some reason, or distracted for some reason, and was trying to play anyway, and then realized it wasn't working out. So there's another insolent neonate for us. Luckily, we can actually just stop him right away with our Ghoul Caller's Accomplice. So that's pretty nice. We can double block and feel pretty good about it. I mean, he could use a card that kills one of my guys, but I don't think I would really care very much. In fact, I know I wouldn't care very much. So we're going to play Ongoing Investigation here. Start getting the ticket train rolling. And we're going to swing. Ticket train? Did I say ticket? Clue is what I meant to say. Puncturing Light is a possibility. It's not the best Puncturing Light, though, and that may be why our opponent's hesitating. Using it on Ghoul Caller's Accomplice never feels good. But letting me get a clue might be worse. Going to block. He may have a trick. No, wow. I'm cool with that. He didn't even cash it in or anything. And we still have dead weight and compelling deterrence to make sure we get at least some clues on the coming turns. Yeah, so we're going to just dead weight that and swing. Kapow, dead weight. And here comes a clue, which I think we should probably cash in. And we'll end our turn. So creature with evasion goes well with our ongoing investigation, as does our bounce spell. I wish we had a zombie, though. This guy will make a zombie should he ever die. Okay, well, I think we play our Illuminator, since now we get to double our clues, which is something that won us our first match. Our first game in our first match, I should say. So now we get 2 clues. This time we're not going to cash them in right away. Well, maybe I should. Did I already play a land that turn? I'm not entirely certain. Okay, so we probably just compelling deterrence that and continue our onslaught. Maybe. Our Illuminator can still draw us cards, so maybe we don't. Maybe we hold on to it to use it against something a little more problematic. Hey, green mana. Yeah, I think we do hold on to it. And we may as well leave him back to block. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to play our green mana, and then we're just going to leave mana up so we can either Storm Rider Spirit or Compelling Deterrence if that's what we feel like we need to do. Yeah, that's probably going to get Compelling Deterrence at some point, but it's not going to happen yet. There's not really a good reason for us to do that yet. Alright, so we're just going to flash in our flyer. We're going to swing for 4. Give ourselves a couple of clues. So that'll be 9 damage next turn. If I'm talking about if I transform my Gargoyle. Yeah, I think I'll just leave mana up and be ready to transform my Gargoyle, or cash and clues, whatever we think is best. I mean, I could have played my twins, but we gain a lot no matter what our opponent does, which is pretty sweet. This is basically the formula that won us our first game in our first match. Aw, man. No, there goes probably my Illuminator. Right? I'm guessing. Wow, no, kill that guy. Okay. I mean, I guess he was beating you down pretty well, but the Illuminator's probably what's going to grind me out a win. I will block with Ghoul Caller's Accomplice right now. I have no problem doing that. Trading for this thing. He's likely got something else he can do this turn. So, like, if he casts Compelling Deterrence, we still get to cash in 2 clues, so... Oh, yeah. Time to cash it in. Kapow! 2 for 1. See you later. Unfortunately, we can't make him discard a card. All right, opponent just scooped because that was a pretty big blowout, and we're going to draw like 1,000 cards. So, works for me. Did we see problem things? Problem permanents is what I'm trying to say. That make us want to bring in Gone Missing. I mean, those enchantments, that enchantment is kind of a nuisance. We only ended up with 1 bounce spell, sadly. More would be good. And it is good against enchantments because I can put the creature on top and kill an enchantment. So we probably do the same thing we did earlier and cut Essence Flux and bring in Gone Missing. Seems likely that he has other auras, like the one that gives +3/+0 rather, in First Strike, Spiteful Motives, I believe. Yeah, let's roll this back out there. No blue, huh? You could probably have to ship this back because there's no blue, and we have like all blue cards. So this one's pretty dang good. We'll keep it. Yeah. I think having a blue source that's not also green isn't going to hurt us. So, that guy. So we're going to play our Stream into our turn. Alright, so our opponent has a more aggressive start this time. He's clearly got some good madness going on. He has 2 madness enablers. Well, we're going to get to do that again, it looks like. We're going to play Heir of Falkenrath. We've drawn Ongoing Investigation in most of our games. Granted, we didn't really get to play games in our second match, so it's not quite an impressive feat. So the dangerous thing is discarding a card and transforming her and then having her eat Fiery Temper, which isn't exactly something I want to have to deal with. He can also tap down my guys, things like that. Gone Missing is also good against Pyrehound in general, incidentally, because it gets +1/+1 counters, and putting a 6/7 Pyrehound on top of your opponent's library makes a pretty big impact on the game, as does getting a clue. Probably trying to decide if he wants to just fire a Fiery Temper off on our Heir of Falkenrath. I mean, he can attack with his Ravenous dude without too much fear. This is probably another reason we didn't get a lot of vampires, because of this guy. Our deck turned out pretty good, though, for being a deck that started out trying to be a vampire deck. Okay, well that... now we're going to have to play Stitched Mangler, obviously. It's because we don't really want to deal with an early Blood Mad vampire. I mean, we're still going to have to deal with it, just we have a little more time to deal with it. He could also still have Fiery Temper. Okay. Ow. So I think we play our Mangler. It's a good blocker right now, too. Can tap it down for now and can block it later if it needs to. Do I transform her right now? I don't think so. Where's my Twins of Mara estate when I really need them? We're just going to swing with her. I mean, we take 2, potentially 4 on the backswing, but I think I'm okay with that. So opponent could have Fiery Temper in his hand. I mean, there's no interesting thing is I've seen a lot of these red-white madness decks, and I think it's largely because of Stern Constable, who gives you a free madness outlet. White doesn't have a single card with madness. Red has several though, which we've already seen. Hope against freaking Hope. Okay, well that's gonna hurt. Ooh, now he can use its ability like multiple times too. Yeah, pretty good right there. We take 5 to the face. Or just 4. Nope, 5. Ooh, good. We drew one of our few cards that can help us with this situation. And it'll actually make him discard a card now, too. We're going to play our Investigation. And we're going to attack with her again. This time we get a clue. So I probably block here and use Compelling Deterrence here. That's probably what my plan is. I can then, well, no, I'm going to use Compelling Deterrence before, yeah. Well, he's probably going to tap my Stitched Mangler, which does suck, but I think we still deterrence this thing. And let this hit us. We can still block it pretty effectively. Whereas this gets rid of a card that's just going to make this creature better and better the longer the game goes on. We at least eliminate a card permanently here. We don't do that with Blood Mad Vampire. The nice thing is, like, our opponent could just think we have nothing and we're just leaving mana up for a clue. That's kind of the nice thing that clues allow you to do with your instance. Yeah, it does look like we're getting our guy tapped. And of course it's Avacyn's Judgment. Jeez, man. What's wrong with this guy? All the madness in the world. Yep. Enjoy. Question is whether he's actually going to madness it. He is. Right, he's going to kill that. Yeah, we can't do anything about it. Yeah, this is going to hurt. This is going to hurt. So we are going to take 4 here, go to 8. This is going to become a 5/2. He has a way of tapping my creatures. We do have the ability to gain life. And our Stormrider Spirit can get around the tapping of creatures if I have to have it do that. So he discarded the Bloodseeker, or one of his Bloodseekers. Could have been a second one. Okay. I think we just end the turn. I mean, I think we keep making him discard cards if we can, and then we plan on flashing in our Stormrider Spirit and blocking. It's important to remember that even if we're, having to make sort of inefficient trades here, like trading a 5 for a 3, what we do have going for us is ongoing investigation, which can grind us out, more cards from our graveyard and stuff like that. More cards from our deck while gaining us life, I mean. So we already have 1 card in our graveyard that it can eat. Okay, well, this turn I think we actually just declare a block and see if it works. If it doesn't, we do have lots of things we can do. Could be spiteful motives or something like that, which would be ugly. We'd really want to dig for our other bounce spell. Well, our Time Ebb, I guess. It's not exactly a bounce spell, but... Okay, Rush of Adrenaline. Yeah, that's ugly. Because now he also hits us for a bunch. Probably should have flashed both in and... Yeah, that probably would have been better. Oh, is he going to overcommit and let me gain life somehow? I don't think this is going to get me out of it. That's too much damage. But let's see. Gets me up to 10. Yeah, it's still going to kill me. All right. So that's 16, 3 of which we're going to stop. And we can't draw anything that'll save us, so we lose. That was pretty rough. Can only exile my own creatures with this, right? Unfortunate. So Explosive Apparatus seems pretty good against a deck that has a lot of those X1s. So do our Manglers. Our Scholar might not be great. Can't really block anything well. But it does help us draw into what we need to beat this guy. Rancid Rats is nice. Revenant's nice. Everything's nice, really. So I think I probably do lose. I could lose Uninvited Geist, I guess. Although he has lots of creatures that can't block it. Yeah, it's going to be the Scholar. I think we need more aggressive cards than we do our Scholar. Okay, I think this is a keeper. We probably flip her as soon as we can this time, since we have extra lands. Oh, drawing that in turn 2 is always annoying. And we also have a card we can get value out of from our graveyard. I'd probably just discard the Accomplice and then play Niblis of Dusk. So, yeah. Our Firebog Revenant isn't amazing against Ravenous Bloodseeker, but I guess that thing can block my my Geist, but see if he has a Fiery Temper ready. Yeah, I mean, we just take this. We can just empty our hand this turn. Does seem a little dangerous to me, though. Might just want to get my zombie out of my graveyard, or like play Firebog Revenant. I mean, I guess we can go ahead and almost empty our hand. That's not going to hurt too much. Yeah. I mean, our opponent still has 6 cards in his hand, which is scary, but we have a pretty good clock, and we have defense. Okay, Senseless Rage doesn't concern me a whole lot. Now that thing can't block my Firebog Revenant, so he's probably going to play a spell that gives -2/-2 to everything now or something. No, he doesn't have black. That would be pretty brutal for me right now. So, I mean, even though we don't have anything in our hand, we do have a Ghoul Caller's Accomplice who can make a dude from our graveyard, so we're not quite out of gas. Right, so you're going to be aggressive here and swing for 6. It's cool with me. Although, it is worth noting, giving his guys trample and then double strike is something that can happen, and we already saw it, and he could kill us doing that. Okay. We get our zombie. We'll play an island, and we'll end return. So, blocking is probably wise. He does need 2 red mana to use both of those spells, though. And if I draw a spell, we're just going to win. We're just going to have lethal. So, that would be nice. Actually, we'll have lethal because we can transform our gargoyle, too. assuming our opponent doesn't have something. I think if he attacks here, I use my zombie to block the duelist and keep my gargoyle. I think that's my plan. Actually, let's think here. You can pump this. If you discard 2 cards, you can make him a 7/1, and then you can give him double strike. So we actually probably want to block that thing, because it is a serious, serious problem. We can't kill it, but giving it double strike and all sorts of nonsense would just kill us outright. And we know our opponent has the ability to, let's say, discard 3 cards and then give him double strike. Discard 2 cards, rather, and that would be enough to really cause us some problems. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, God. Double strike again. Okay. Well, you can't do that and give him double strike, so I think we're going to win. We're going to take 7 damage in the process, but I think we won because we can transform our gargoyle and then just swing for lethal. He only has 1 white mana. He can't do anything with that, so yeah. All right, well, when our deck did play the 2 matches it played, I think it proved itself to be pretty powerful. It's unfortunate the middle match didn't really happen, but we went 3-0, so thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.